Hey Brenda, how you doing? Hey Jim, how you doing? How's it going with you too? I hope good. Here comes David Birdman.
Hey everybody.
How you
All
doing,
right.
Dave?
Yeah. Bit better than I was yesterday.
Good.
My stepdad finally rang me today. Not spoke to him for 2 years.
Really? That's
Oh,
nice.
that's me. That's me. That was me, amateur. Just changing my name. Yeah, he's not spoke to me for 2 years, so it was good to hear from him.
How did it go?
Yeah, good. Turns out my sister is the one that's in Esther in it.
She's the one that stirred it up?
Yeah.
Well, good. Good for her.
No, she's been shit stirring, Paul. Not good.
Well, you get to an age and stage in life that sometimes we need somebody else to stir the shit because we just can't do it anymore.
What is that? Hey Skyfly. Hey Brenda. Hey Jim. Or hey Joel.
Oh, yep. Brenda's here and Jim's here. Skyfly, how you doing? I just got done posting another couple of ships. So that makes, I think, five today.
Like it.
Just a minute, I'll tell you.
What the hell?
Five ships today I got. And there's the ships are really starting to move now because of the weather changing.
Yeah, certainly changing. Are you ready for this, Paul? 26 degrees next week. Hey Google, what's 26 degrees in Fahrenheit?
26 degrees Celsius is equal to 78.8 degrees
There you
Fahrenheit.
go.
Yeah, 78.8.
You're gonna like that.
Oh yeah, I love the hot weather. Just makes me spin. My body can't handle hot weather.
No, really hot weather. It's like when I lived in Kansas City for a couple of years, it was like in the dead of summer. It's like, oh my God, all you did was run from air conditioning to the car to the air conditioning to the house.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have air conditioning over here.
No?
No, it's not an in thing. I have to get the portable one out.
Ah. I'll be right back. I gotta go sprinkle. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
He went to the casino, did he? Mm. Well, Good luck, Joe. Hope you win big.
And then movies you watch, it's suffocating. People don't want to be in a world explaining something else that makes them happen. The very worst thing possible. The Democrats became. This is like the first time in which was it Mrs. Gladys, the dean at Animal House, and then you have a mix of evil gone ripples.
I'm eating Mexican chili, and the birds are not having any, so that's why they're going nuts.
Put it on, underneath you got a pack of smokes wrapped up your t-shirt. It just looks like what you like part of that as opposed to the party that their substitute t-shirt belongs to on her backpack. It is the Democratic achievement that they made common sense the essence of rebellion. And then with it Trump being its gladiator, the wackier and more intrusive well-driven Democrats got more subversive stuff like
I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
hot real women became the Dems that made the front row in the used bookstore. The Republicans became the bikini. Not being girl. That's a good visual. I was actually, yeah. Joe Biden didn't ruin older people for being the leader of the Democratic Party. It's just credibility. I think that people know that there was great, not many, brought it up, and people covered for it, and now the media line, now they've lost because of the American people. Never. Just
Evening, Mark. I won't be long.
All right.
Here's Kenny. Yeah. There you go. Booner cornered me and he said he wanted his dinner. So did I hear correctly? David be back in about 5 minutes or so, Mark?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. So how you doing, Mark?
Oh, not too bad. Nice, serene night.
Yeah, it's sunny here and it's 73 degrees.
It's only 10 degrees centigrade and pitch black, but
As you can see, it's pretty nice down there.
yeah, it looked nice on the screen. Yeah. Uh,
Two Democratic campaigns, where the rest pick up races is one of the things Carl looked at was on the NBC report. Wow. And they said those numbers are unbelievable. They come in as Democrats want to boycott El Salvador as they fight for its expected MS-13 gate number.
Oh, Jim went flying today. Good for you, Jim. I hope everybody's doing well. Everything is okay. Brenda, how are you doing? How's Bill doing? Good. Jim must be feeling better because he flew his copter today. Because I think his copter is a gas powered one.
yeah, I think that's what he said it was. I got rid of mine.
Well, thank you, Jim. Jim liked my videos. Yeah, Brenda, Jim went flying today. Woo woo, right?
Yeah, I used to have two gas-powered helicopters.
I used to fly way back when, gas powered, but the problem is you get the gas on your hands and everything else. And when they came out with the good battery powered ones, that was like a savior to me.
Yeah. Yeah, nitrated diesel was a little bit nasty stuff, but they were fun, but they were hard to fly. I had two 30 size one. I had a Raptor 30 and another one. Can't remember what it was now.
Ah,
And I'm back.
what's
I-
going on, David?
Not much, just my 5 minutes I have every night to myself.
Ah,
Sorry about last night. It was beyond my control.
That's all right. Is everything okay though?
Well, Kate had an episode.
Yeah, I assumed it was Kate. She all
She had-
right?
She was paralyzed from the neck down for about half an hour.
Is it from a seizure?
Well, that's the way her seizures come. They're not convulsions.
Yeah, they're horrible.
well, Brenda, I'm sorry also to hear about your stepdad or your father.
Yeah.
Bill's dad passed away this morning. Sorry to hear that.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
sorry for yours and Bill's loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brenda.
he was in hospice for a while, I guess, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had to call the ambulance out, but it was managed to be sorted out here. They didn't have to take her to hospital, fortunately.
Yeah, that's the only annoying bit about seizures. They tell me after 15 minutes you've got to call an ambulance.
Mm.
And I'm like, hell no.
Mm.
You ain't getting me in no ambulance. I'm like B.A. Barocas. You ain't getting me on no plane.
Yeah, she's a bit bothered about going to hospital at the moment, the way things are going.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I mean, I've bothered going to hospital full stop because, you know what, it really annoys me? You have your seizure, you ring an ambulance, 20 minutes later the ambulance turns up, they do their stuff at the house, they put you in the ambulance, get you to the hospital, and they go, oh, the seizure's over now, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, exactly. Mm.
And then you get sent home.
But yeah, she was struggling a bit last night, but by the time
Yeah.
she went to bed, she was feeling a bit better and she was okay this morning.
Louis, pack it in.
I take it your chili was a bean chili rather than anything else.
It said Mexican chili on it.
Yeah, but
There
that's
was a lot of beans in it.
That's yeah. Well, it's normally Mexican chili would be with meat, but
Yeah, I'm vegetarian, so
they do they do a 3 bean chili.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can guarantee Scott Penniman was not in my chili
Mm.
or his parents. Eric Cartman had nothing to do with my chili.
I had a chili burrito for my dinner. That was nice, but that was meat.
Yeah, Brenda, you got to take care of your husband and his family.
Yeah.
You know, put your arms around them. You know.
I'd like to see if there's anything I can do for you. Just ask, but being in the UK, not much I really can do, is there?
No.
As much as I'd like to.
This is going to work. It's not going to work. Democratic National Committee is no longer such. It is now.
Well, I'm sure that Angel will give him a lot of love and attention too to get Bill over the loss. I mean, even though you know it's coming, it's still a loss. You know what I mean?
Of course it is. When my mum passed away, we had 3 months notice that it was going to happen. And when it did happen, it just still complete shock. Just pulls you apart.
Well, I was sitting here at my computer this morning, or around noontime, and all of a sudden, the computers and everything popped, and uh, lost electric. The electric was off for about a minute or two. The automatic generator next door kicked on, and it ran for about 5 minutes and shut off, and then the power came back. But it took me forever to get my computers to reset.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening, Time to Fly.
Ow.
Al. Oh, and you know I have a fear of heights.
Yeah.
Hence why I can't go in an aeroplane. Yeah, my charity event just got worse.
Oh, the bit about
Are you
going
going to skydive or what?
No,
going
I got to go up there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, right up there, and at the top is a piece of glass, 3 meters long, and I have to stand in the middle of it for a photo shoot.
Atta boy. You can do it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it, but you can do it.
I have never been up Blackpool Tower yet,
No, I haven't either.
and it gets even worse. They won't let me use the lift.
You got to walk up the stairs?
I've got to go up the stairs.
Well, I'd tell him, no way, Jose. Have a good time.
Now, you know what I'm telling them? Get me a helicopter.
Well, you wouldn't like a helicopter either because by the time that helicopter started moving around over close to the top, it would be, oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
No,
good
no.
point.
No.
I did say no to walking on the outside of the tower.
Mm.
It was like, you seen that out there? Mid-October? Gushing winds? Bloody hell no, I ain't going on that.
Well, it sounds to me like they're just trying to push the envelope just too far. The average person isn't going to put up with that crap.
Well, I've told them it's the last thing I'm doing on it. It, like I said, it's for a good cause, and as long as all the children in the refuge get decent Christmas presents this year, I'll be happy.
Yeah, but the staff is going to have a good Christmas because they're going to get part of the money.
No, they can't have any of the money. It's
Uh-huh.
got to go to the refuge
I don't
section.
believe it.
Well, that's in the
There always is a way to siphon off a little bit, you know.
there probably is, but it's in the contract that it has to go to the children. Uncle Pee Wee. Oh, Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Hey,
Hey, Bill, how's it
Hey,
going?
Uncle Bill, how you doing?
so let's stop in and say hello.
Oh, it's nice of you. How are you? How have you been? You been feeling better?
Oh, I'm
You
still
know
Uncle Pee Pee Pants.
You notice he said he was going to stop in and say hello as he set off.
Well, you're on
Yeah.
your way. You were on your way home from work.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Hey, Paul, it looks like Uncle Bill's got a bit more clout than you have.
You got the weekend off, or
Me? No. I always.
I was
I
going to
work
say the
Fridays.
weekend's got to be busy for you.
It is, but I don't work Sundays.
Now, where's Lance when we need to show things off?
I opened Saturday with. I got the youth league thing. Actually, it's our last week for the fall season. We're doing our awards banquet, or I call it a banquet, but it's pizza and soda, with free bowling and stuff. Give out the awards, all the trophies, and that's it.
Like a normal event, it's a huge advantage for these guys because they're getting the tougher format and the easier.
Getting a lot of
Dominic.
camps
Oh,
all
yeah.
of a sudden.
Good evening, good day, Dominic, and hello, Justin.
Mark hunting from the collection area 13.
But yeah, we got some clouds. No rain, no, just clouds.
Justin joined the panel. You probably don't know that, Bill, but
It's partner a little bit.
Justin, are you at home yet, or are you on your way home?
No, I got home early today.
Oh, okay.
Half the kids weren't at school today, so
Half the kids didn't go to school. Was it planned or was it a mutiny?
no, it just like some days just a lot of them don't show up, whether it be doctor's appointments or whatever.
Leeways.
What he means to say is he told the driver, speed the hell up this morning, and the driver left half the kids behind.
No, I got my regular driver back, so we actually made it on time this morning.
Oh, you got
All
your
right.
normal driver back. You didn't have the temporary one.
Yeah, like I said, the guy was nice and everything. He's a nice guy. He just overly cautious driving and it just taking every turn. at a
Uncle
snail's
Bill,
pace.
Brenda, and Carl in the chat say hello.
Brenda, and who?
Same to you, Justin,
Brenda?
and Carl.
Oh, hello.
What's up,
As in older people.
Yeah, what we were talking about a little earlier. I don't know if you heard Bill or not, but
No.
Brenda's husband, Bill, his dad died this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, I read that in the chat. I thought she was talking about Uncle Bill's dad. I was like, what the hell?
No,
Okay. I thought
Oh,
because he
Brenda's-
happened to be on the panel when she put that in the chat. That's why I thought that's
yeah,
what she was
Brenda's
talking
husband's father.
about. Okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be here. No, mine's fine. Sorry to hear that, Brenda.
Yeah.
Well, I think they knew it was coming, Bill, because he was been in hospice for a couple of weeks. But
Yeah.
it never is okay.
No, it still hits you.
Yep.
My dad decided there was no reason to own that. He's got that Honda Helix scooter,
Yeah.
that 250. It's like a Max. It's what they call a maxi scooter. One of the original maxi scooters, because it's from 1998. But it's only got 17,000 miles on it, so which is nothing. They bought that a while ago, and it just sits and sits and sits. And every so often, I got to go up there and clean out the carburetor, get it running again. So he decided to give it to me for my birthday Monday.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that was the point.
Yeah.
Happy birthday for Monday, Bill.
Thank you.
Well,
Are
don't you
you-
have a
are
car?
you-
I
that
did,
you
I
gave
did
to
wish
me?
you a happy birthday on the stream, but obviously you wouldn't have been around to hear it.
Are you going to ride it, Bill?
Oh, of course. What else would I do with it?
Stick it on the stick it on the mantelpiece. Above the fireplace.
No, their scooters are fun, and especially that one. That one's a 250. That'll go 70 miles an hour. So
Ah,
Don't you have a car that he gave you to?
No. Mm-mm.
I thought he gave you
has.
that red car or whatever he had.
Red car. He gave me a red pickup truck a few years ago.
Who was it that
Uncle Bill.
somebody got a
Yeah.
We'd
car
like to
from
say
his
hello to
dad, I
Uncle
think,
Bill.
recently?
No, it was. I think he's on about the Galaxy, isn't he?
Oh, he was talking about giving me the Galaxy. Right.
Yeah, because you were
Nah,
talking
he
about
has.
you didn't have a place to put it or whatever.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't want to leave it sitting out in the sun with the rag top and I put a new top on it. No, he's talking about selling that now. So if anybody wants a 66 Galaxy 500, it's got a recent nice paint job and a brand new top and all kinds of work. Runs good.
Okay.
It just sits there, you know. It
Is
doesn't
that
even take
a
it.
fairly
I think
sought
it
out
cost a
classic
few.
car?
It'll cost a few dollars to get it over here.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. Take up a lot of space. They're pretty long.
Is
But,
that a sought out one or what?
Is it a what?
Is that like a sought out classic car or is it kind of like
Well,
average?
it
or-
is it is for some. I mean, Galaxies are pretty popular. You know, it depends. I mean, I don't want to say
Okay.
no because I loved the Galaxy 500s when I was a kid. I thought they were great. But this is 66 convertible with a 390. So it's a pretty good car, I think. I don't know.
Worth a few bob.
Yeah, couple, not as much as he has in it, of course, but yeah, it's worth some.
Yeah, I was just curious because I don't really know the classic car market. So.
Yeah. It's a Galaxy 500 XL, they call it. So,
Bill,
it looks
Jim wishes you a late happy birthday.
right. Who does?
Jim.
No, thank you.
What?
64, baby.
Monday.
That's a plateau for me, 64, because of that song.
The
I'm
Beatles.
amazed. Yeah, see, there you go, Mark. It's hard to believe how many people don't know that song. They said because of the song. What song? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Yeah.
And I'll sing it for people like they don't know it. Like,
Will you still be sending me a Valentine's birthday greetings bottle of wine?
who could? Wait, how's it go?
The good news is, Paul, with the singing, you ain't going to get a copyright strike. No one's going to claim copyright to this.
Who could ask for more? Will you still need me? Will you still feed
The
me?
people checking the monetization are probably too young to know what those
When
songs are
Hey.
anyway.
Bill, I don't want to alert you to anything, but that guy that's walking along the side there is actually walking faster than you're driving.
Jody said I took a straight
Or he was.
6 out of a 64
Well, he was,
Galaxy.
yeah.
I built it up to a V8.
No, this is actually better than usual, this traffic, believe it or not. Well, actually, at least I'm moving.
Hey, Jody.
hey, Jody.
So come August the 5th, I managed to reach 2/3 of the devil's number.
Oh,
66.
66.
yeah,
Yeah.
open that up on one track.
Wait, August this year?
Almost 10%.
August this year?
Yeah.
We got a World Cup this year.
I get my I get my state pension on August the 5th this year.
What does that mean? You mean you qualified for it as of August the 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
At
my
66.
on my 66th birthday, I'm entitled to claim my pension. So that
Is it a one a year pay or is it monthly?
oh no, it's
No.
it's nearly £900 every 4 weeks.
Okay.
I have to wait till I'm 72.
That ain't even enough to live off of, is it?
What?
Close.
£900
Close
a
to-
month.
Well,
It's close
it
to
wouldn't
double.
be it wouldn't
Mark.
be if it's your only income kind of thing, but
Yeah, Mark.
I also get £800 odd pound disability and £1,400 works pension, so it adds up.
Mark, you're good at maths, aren't you?
reasonably.
Yeah, well, Donald's
Right.
corrected you. 2/3 of the devil's number would be 222.
We'll try it again.
No, it's 2 of the 6s out of the 3.
Well, that's more.
But
That's more like.
now
that's-
I'm going to correct Donald. 2/3 of the devil's
well,
number would be 444.
Yes, it would. And
I got one on
66 is
Donald.
close-
I got one on Donald. Yeah.
It's closer to 10% actually.
Mm.
Get rid of that.
Frame the moment.
You're not getting that other 6. I don't mean to disappoint you or anything.
I'm not go that far.
Isn't there a ranch in Texas called the 666 or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Or 999s or something like that. It was in the movie or in the show Yellowstone, but it was a real ranch.
You see, look at all them cars doing a U-turn.
What's that?
All them cars doing a U-turn.
Yeah, they're legal here.
Yeah, they're allowed to.
Yeah, I know they're allowed to, but you wouldn't think there'd be that many wanting to do one.
That might be
you see,
because
this is 6 lanes and there's a divider in the middle. So sometimes they want to hit the businesses over on the other side here.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
sometimes
yeah.
there's not a turn lane for each business. So.
Okay. Right. You see, 999, yeah, was the emergency number for the UK. And it was picked that way because of the old dial phones where you had to go 9, wait for it to go back and then go 9, wait for it to go back and go 9. And then they go, which service do you want? You'd say before you get to say ambulance, say, no, thanks, it's dead.
Yeah.
They put it at the end.
Almost the longest
You want these two
number
weeks?
you could actually have to dial.
Don't
Yeah.
forget them, you know.
And they put it right.
For an emergency. Yeah.
Well, it's 911 here, so at least it's a little easier.
Yeah.
It makes sense though. Why wouldn't it be 111 just to get it done as soon as possible, right?
Well,
Why you
we do have an NHS 111 number now,
Yeah.
but it's the non-emergency number.
Non-emergency.
Honestly,
The
you would have
non-emergency
thought.
police number is 101.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well, the
you would've
numbers
thought
they don't
emergen-
matter any. They don't matter anymore now that we got push buttons.
But you would have
Sorry.
thought emergency numbers would have been universal across the globe too. Like
They
one of
are.
those things.
Over here, if you dial 911, it will put you through to the local police.
Yeah, but they had to build
if
a
you want
system
the
to recognize
US,
that.
yeah. If you need the US, they'll put you through.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they had to build a system in order to recognize that, to understand that that's what you were doing. Where
Well, it's been
what
like that
what-
since the 80s.
when they
Well,
started
yeah.
the emergency services, like started modernizing around the globe, they should have just came up with one singular number that you could use
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, they should have done because I
Yeah.
think Spain's 112.
Because then you got to come up with systems to recognize other numbers from other countries that people are used to. Because if I was over in the UK and all of a sudden emergency was happening, I might panic. And if you didn't have that system that knew I was calling 911, I'm not going to know. I wouldn't have known that your emergency number was something else, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you see, back in the day when we had rotary phones, in the middle of it was your phone was a round paper disc,
That's
with
Yeah,
your
they
right.
phone
had the
number on
emergency
it.
number on.
And it said call 911, and it also had 411. How about 411? Does that still work? When was the last time? I haven't used that in
Oh,
years.
dude, I don't know. I haven't called that in fucking at least 15 years.
What's that for?
It was an
Information.
information line. It was like a
All right.
Phone
kind of like a
phone look
virtual
up somebody's phone
book.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we down 100 for the operator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would call it, and then the operator would answer and say,
And
"Who are you
one
looking for?" And you'd give them their name and what city they lived in,
yeah,
and they
one
would try to find
three
it.
for the speaking clock.
I'd be curious to see what happens if you dial that, if it still even works. Probably be automated.
See, I was lucky growing up. I didn't have to use, like, if I had to use a payphone, my dad had a 1-800 number that went straight to a answering service, and they would just transfer me to wherever I needed to call. So I would just use the 800 number because it was free on the payphones.
Oh, we
Free to
just
use.
we down the
I'm
op-
just-
and ask if we
It's
can
free.
reverse the charges.
Yeah.
And it
It's
charges.
free. It's free to you, but when you use those 800 numbers, if there's a fee, it goes back to the 800 the person who owns the 800 number.
Yeah.
Oh, my
company.
dad, it was my dad's company's number.
Right. So, like I said, but if it was a charged call, it would show up on the 800 line's phone number. Phone.
Oh
phone
yeah, I don't know if it did or not. I just know I was allowed to use it if I needed to get a hold of somebody, and then it
Sure.
would go to his answering service, and then they would just transfer me to either my dad or whoever
Well,
I was trying to get up with.
This is the intelligence of some people over here. Our emergency number is 999, but if you're in an office and you need an outside line, you have to press 9.
So it's,
Oh, it's the same over here with some business lines.
Yeah, you got to press 9 and then 999.
Even some hotels, you have to press 9 to get out.
So you can imagine that back in the day. 9, 9, 9, 9. No, it's burnt down.
Screaming like a German, 999.
Yeah. Yeah, put you through to a German fucking emergency services.
You know what was
You
really weird back in the day? My dad's cell phone, right? If I called from a landline or if I called from another cell phone, it would go to his number. But if I called from a landline, it used to go to this Asian dude, and this Asian dude would get so pissed off every time I called him. I don't know what kind of cross shit was going on, but it did that on my dad's phone for a good year before they finally figured out whatever the hell it was doing.
Bill, Jim said, yes, you can still dial 411.
Well, I'm
for assistance.
I wonder if there's a fee for it. Probably.
Well,
There used to be.
what was direct to inquiries? Was that 192?
118.
Was it?
And then
Yeah, because that's why they when they got rid of it, they brought that company bought the number, and then you have to dial 118 118.
Oh yeah, 118. I remember that.
Half the cities don't even have phone books anymore, and if they are phone books,
We don't
they're
have
just
phone
yellow.
books anymore.
No.
Well, we used to have the white pages and the yellow pages. White pages were personal people's numbers. Yellow pages were all business
same over
stuff.
here.
Same here.
But the
yellow pages were great. We used to get them and shred them up and take them to football and just scatter them everywhere.
But the few city or phone books I've seen in the last few years have just been yellow pages, just businesses.
We don't even
No
get yellow
personal
pages
numbers.
anymore.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stopped a while back. But the yellow pages were done later than the other one.
Yeah, you used to get one in April and one in August, didn't you?
Yeah.
Some small cities still do phone books, and some big cities still do them. You don't really see them in small towns anymore.
Roger, Federal Sea Tower breakdown found at Salt Dock.
My,
It's amazing how many people ask me for my phone number, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't fucking ring it.
You used to have phone books in the pay boxes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a little black box that would hang from the bottom of the phone booth.
Yeah.
You'd open it up, and it would have a phone book inside of it.
Yeah, we used to have them in the phone box as well. You get there and half the pages have been burnt out.
You know what's funny is there was one phone booth that was out in the middle of the desert. I mean, out in the middle of fucking nowhere. There was nothing for like 58 to 100 miles around this phone booth. For some reason, the phone company put this phone booth out there, and it was out there for years and was really famous. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. I think like 6 or 7 years ago. Finally.
The fee is $2.99
To do what?
for the 411 number.
Get out of here.
I'll just Google it for
They
free.
charge you for dialing 911?
No.
411.
Oh, for what? For information.
Yeah, you could just Google this shit for free.
Well, that's what killed that all off, and phone books. But you guys that didn't know 411, when people said, "Hey, what's the 411 to you?" You know, they want to know what's going on. What's the information? It's actually it became a saying. What's the 411?
Yeah.
You didn't know what they were talking about, did you?
I knew it was an information line in the films.
Yeah, it used to be a saying people would say.
That's where I think that's where I picked it up from like Friends and Fraser. Back in the day,
Okay, there's the sign entering St. Lucie County. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there eventually.
How much
You
further
see it
you
right-
gotta go, Bill?
Not very. I'm barely in St. Lucie County, really, about a mile in.
There was a 3-digit number you used to be able to call and it'd give you the time and weather. I can't remember what it was.
And
Yeah,
I am
we-
now in St.
oh.
Lucie County.
Ours was 1, 2, 3 for the time, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
about.
I think it was 124 for the weather.
You would call this number. It was a 3-digit number. You would call it and it'd give you the time and then it would tell you the weather in your local area. I can't remember what it was back in the day. And then I had my friend's dad worked for the phone company and he gave us this code you'd put in the phone and it would cause the phone to ring back. And I used to fuck
Yeah,
we
used
used
to
to
have
fuck
that.
with my mom all the time. She'd get so pissed. She thought somebody was prank calling the house.
We could
It
do
was-
that. Well,
Yeah, it was a way of testing the line when you would
Yeah,
hook
the-
up the phone line.
engineers.
Yeah.
use-
I think it's
Bill,
called
Jim-
Ringback.
Yeah, Jim said, Bill, I know for sure because my dad is not used to the cell phone, how to look up different things. So he dialed 411 and that's what they charged him for. Unreal.
And yeah, my dad won't use a cell phone. Well, he won't have a cell phone. He will use mine if I'm with him.
I like on your phone.
99.
I like on your phone now. It gives you warnings when you text certain things back, and it says it may cost money to send this text back. But I've
Oh,
never
we've
gotten
got
charged for
we
those.
could set our spend cap to whatever we want. So I've set it to 0, so I can't dial any numbers that'll charge me. Because all my calls are free, apart from
No,
like
you get those in
090
text
numbers.
messages sometimes. Like sometimes like Amazon will, when I call Amazon, they'll do a thing where they'll ask me to verify through a text message while I'm on the phone with them. And it always asks me, it says, your phone company may charge you for responding to this message or something. It puts up a long message, but I've never gotten charged for it. So
Yeah, nobody ever does anymore. I don't know why they still put that message on there. I guess they technically can do it, but nobody does
Yeah.
it.
I like the Lee Evans gag about the 090 numbers. You know the sex channels on TV, and he got that long premium rate number, and he says, I ring it up, and he goes, "What can I do for you?" And he goes, "Fucking ring me back. It's cheaper."
that's just like how roaming used to cost you money. And that you'll still get those messages every great once in a while on your phone, but it's like they.
Well,
they
I
don't
guess
charge
there's
for
really
that.
super cheap phone services where, I mean, what if you could be someone that, like my dad, who doesn't believe in the internet now for some reason, it's like his thing. But I mean, I suppose you could get a super cheap cell phone service where you don't have any data. You know?
Oh yeah, you can
So-
buy the flip phones at Walmart still for like $10. They're cheap as hell. This
Yeah.
guy, when I worked there, this guy used to come in and buy them up all the time
Yeah.
because we put them on sale for like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
And
Most
you'd
of
come
our
in and buy
networks
'em.
over here now, they're doing away with the pay-as-you-go services where you have to top up every month, and they're going down the rolling monthly contract, and
Yeah,
they
I've got-
come with unlimited calls, unlimited texts, and unlimited data.
Yeah, but
Well, see,
the contracts.
what
DJ
and sometimes-
Lance!
when I was working at Walmart, Metro PCS would do this deal. They were like, bring in any phone and we'll give you a $200 phone and for free with your first month's payment of your bill, right? So
Mm.
we'd get people coming in buying the $5 and $10 flip phones just so they could take it in and trade it in.
We used to have that. Phones for You did that for a while.
Because they would say any phone, it didn't matter if it was 10 years old, if it was, they didn't care. They just said, and you could bring in any phone so people would come in and buy the little cheapy. flip
TJ.
Bill has
I-
arrived.
Yeah, TJ,
Yeah.
I am the first one to say hello to you, and yet I'm second to last that you say hello to back. And Paul is last, and it's his
I'm
show.
last, yeah.
phone.
Ah.
TJ.
Yeah, I used that Metro PCS for 1 year, and that was it. That piece of shit service. It's terrible. First of all, second, they pissed me off. they kept sending me text messages. Come on in, and they had this phone, and it was only $150 or $200 or something. It was a pretty good deal for a half decent phone. And I went in there and I said, I want that phone. And they said, well, you can't have it for that price. I said, why not? Because you're already a customer. That's for new customers.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if it's for new customers, why the fuck are you sending it to me?
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
It's got his big argument. They wouldn't
Good
give me the
evening,
phone. I was
Ed.
like, you know what? That was
Good
it. Then I
afternoon.
quit.
Oh, that's it. New contract and then go back in as a new customer.
Ed,
No, no, they
Ed,
lost
I've got an
me.
idea for you.
They lost me as a customer,
Mm.
actually.
Ed, I've got an idea
What
for
they
you.
did.
You got an idea for me, sir?
Yeah, wear a green T-shirt. So then, when you come on, you will be just Ed.
Ed.
Do I have a green shirt?
Would be Ed's head.
Yeah, if you wear anything green, you disappear against your green screen.
Let's see. I think I have a green shirt. Hold on.
Started something now.
That's a good guy. He's gonna go change his clothes for you. I mean, that's nice. That's a good guy. Oh, they took the tree
It's
away.
not working.
Does that work?
Yeah.
No, no, it's still green. Oh, there's a little bit. But no, it's not.
Yeah, but he's not using a green screen. He's using.
Well, the problem is he's got a great big beard, and that
No, if he
Yeah.
yeah, but he's not using the actual green screen. He's just using virtual.
No, he'd have to change it to actual green screen and choose the color green. Actually,
All right.
because it gives you the
Ah,
option.
back
of
to the drawing board.
green. I think it gives you the option of green, blue, and like a burgundy color. Because there's
Yeah,
like
oh,
three main
no.
colors that they.
I don't
use.
know. You can use any color. On these softwares, normally you just pick a dot, and it'll tell you to pick a color, and then it just uses that.
well, now it's StreamYard, and all the other services. They just use green and blue.
Did you guys
But I've
get my
seen it.
message about Joe?
Yes. Unfortunately, there was only me and Paul on at the time, and Paul had been cornered by the dog.
Oh,
So Joe's not got COVID. He's gone casino.
I heard. Yeah, it was supposed to go yesterday, but they went shooting yesterday and they've gone today.
Yesterday, he went robbing with his gun, got loads of money. Now he's gone to gamble it.
did they go to the casino tonight? Do you know, Mark?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
yeah,
text
send me a
Ed.
message.
They were going to go yesterday, but Nick's wife wasn't feeling good. So
Well, hope he wins big.
well, he's only taking $50 with him. So
Here comes
but-
TJ.
Play-
Talking about
the-
winning big, here's TJ.
$50 on the penny slots will last you hours.
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Uncle Bill.
Anthony Alexander is in the stream.
I thought there
How you
was a
doing?
third color, Donald.
I was just about.
I think it depends
I
on the
was just
software
about to go inside.
because I've got one that you can pick any color. So it will be
Right,
just.
it does depend. It does depend on the software. You could use whatever you want. But I was just saying, like StreamYard. I forget what Zoom has, but StreamYard
Zoom is green and blue.
The other one,
Yeah, I thought
green
that
and
was
blue,
like.
same thing.
Yeah, I thought because green and blue, like Donald said, those are like the professional ones that they use because
Turquoise.
of the skin tone. But I thought there
Turquoise?
was a third
Yeah,
color.
in between green and blue, turquoise.
I can't remember if I'm remembering that right or not.
Well, I'm gonna
Mr.
go
TJ.
inside. I'm gonna see you guys.
Okay, Bill. Hey,
All right,
thanks
catch
for
you later,
stopping
Bill.
by.
yeah, you see, Bill.
All right, Uncle Bill, have a good day. The rest of the day,
well,
anyway.
Rest of the day. Yeah. Okay.
Right, chroma green and chroma blue are the
Evening.
specific colors.
See you guys.
Okay, bye bye,
yes.
Bill.
See, Bill.
Yeah, I thought there was a third one, but I guess I was mistaken about that.
And Lance said Ultra Key.
Actually, the Gulf is in Louisiana today, and it looks beautiful there. Really sunny.
Yeah, they call it a chroma key in OBS. And then you choose the color. When you put a video filter on.
So how was work, TJ?
I was off today.
Lazy
What?
bugger.
I got up early and went flying with the guys this morning.
Oh, so nice. Did you buy them breakfast at least?
No,
There you go. I'll help people find where I live.
I didn't go because I was low on the dough, man.
Oh,
Where
Yeah.
were you trying to go?
Normally after we go flying, we go for breakfast, but I didn't go because I was low on the dough.
Well,
They
if you had a
went-
little bit of dough, you could have asked them to put it in the oven and made some bread.
Make them
You know what? It's the silliest of jokes that set him going.
I know it's like he gets on a roll.
TJ was doing that slow, awkward walk away. They were like, "You want to go to breakfast?" He's like, "No, I'll go home and have oatmeal." And he just walked away, looked back, see if they were going to stop him.
sorry guys, I got something to do at home. I gotta go.
That's funny.
All right. Catch you later, Ed.
Where are we going?
Huh?
No, he was talking
No, he's
that.
talking
I thought it was on about going. There you go, TJ. See, look, that's the point where TJ should be laughing and going, that's funny. And he just gives it that little giggle. Yeah. Whatever.
Like I said the other day, TJ's starter fluid is milk. So when he's only giving you a you got to squirt milk in his mouth.
That's funny.
Milk. What kind of milk, Justin?
I
Justin.
don't know. He looks like a 2%er.
Has to be almond milk.
Oh.
Show me the
Pack
tit
it
on
in.
an almond.
Oh, that's nice fine, Jack.
Hey,
Oh, look, it's a fuck. See
Like
that?
a-
That was a Winnipeg jet.
Almond's nothing but ground up with water, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. But
it's horrible.
I've had some sweetened almond milk. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't. It did taste. It did have a different taste to it.
And
See, I like whole milk. I don't like. I can drink whole
Yeah.
milk 2%. But
Whole
anything
milk?
less than that, oh, like
You mean
fat-free
whole?
milk is disgusting.
You mean homo milk? Justin?
TJ,
Homo milk.
TJ, TJ,
Don talks
Listen-
about
TJ, read what Jim said again. He said,
Yeah,
say hi to Jim. Yeah.
yeah.
He didn't
yeah.
mean type it in the chat, so he means say it.
Yeah, Donald. He was like
Hi,
that.
Jim.
Donald. He was like that. It was like that movie scene from Son-in-Law when he was saying he was going to leave to go to the airport.
That's funny. Don's talking about he pictures me eating oatmeal while the sad theme song from the Hulk, Incredible Hulk is playing.
You know what? I don't even envisage you eating oatmeal. I envisage you hiding behind the plants in the corner and waiting until they slide the plate and go, oh, finished, and you popping in going, can I have that? And just taking the leftovers.
That's funny. Can I have that? Ed, are you gonna make any? Are you gonna get any stickers made?
What's that?
I said, are you gonna get any stickers made?
Yeah, I gotta find somebody.
Well, he ain't gonna be able to send it to you because of the tariffs.
No, it's
No, they
free
don't.
from here. It's free to go from here to Canada to the States.
TJ,
I
you got a sticker addiction, buddy.
I know. I think so. I got like so many stickers. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I gotta find
DJ?
somebody that I gotta find somebody that does it. I want to get a big.
Don't
order.
worry. I have a solution here, TJ. Buy yourself a printer, right? Get yourself some sticker paper, right? And print a sticker for every YouTube channel that you know and go on and talk to. And then you've got every one of them. Just stick them
Oh,
everywhere.
there you go. There you go.
Ed, all you got to do is go on Amazon, dude. There's tons of companies that'll make them for you.
Yeah, I think the Sticker Mule does them too. You can go on
Nah,
Sticker
but
Mule.
Sticker Mule's expensive though compared to some of the
Yeah.
sellers on Amazon. Because you're talking anywhere between like 50 cents a sticker versus Sticker Mule can be as high as $2 a sticker.
Oh,
Depending
no,
on
Hey,
that's
T-
why-
type of
TJ,
sticker
how
you
long
want.
before you're in a conversation with anybody do you bring up, do you have any stickers?
I don't know. Like I just,
Yeah.
I don't
I could
know.
just-
I see somebody's logo. I'm like, man, that's a pretty cool logo. I want to.
You can just see the little old lady at the till getting the beans out of the basket going, yeah, just these. Until you're going, you got a sticker.
I don't know. I've seen some of the quality on those like homemade stickers, and I don't know. They're not as good.
So Jim put.
Yeah.
I got a lady that does it. Well, a friend of mine that does it, but they're pretty busy right now with camping shit and. So,
Get yourself a 3D printer, print out a drone, and use Bamboo software to duck writing on it. You can have your name on top of the drone. Send them out as key rings.
Oh, somebody already did that. You remember when?
I
What
think,
the fuck was his name?
I think Uncle Bill did a 3D drone one time.
No, what's his name? Remember from frickin' he lives in the Philippines and he was selling everybody those drones with the RFID chips in them. Remember
Oh
those?
no,
TJ?
that was yeah.
Who the hell was that? I can't think
That
of his
was
damn name.
Rob. What was his name?
Ralph.
But no, it wasn't Ralph. But he was
I
trying
think
to
it was
tell
Rob. I
everybody.
think his name was Robbie. That's what it was,
Robbie Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Good
trying to
memory,
tell
TJ.
everybody.
Mine doesn't even work because like when I go and slide it on the back of my phone, my channel doesn't even come up.
You know what it was, dude? He tried to tell everybody he spent like $2,000 on a machine to program those chips. And I literally fixed 2 of them with my cell phone using my built-in RFID reader. You can download a free app and do it yourself.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and he was telling everybody he spent all these thousands of dollars on these this chip programming
I got like
thing that
2
he
of
bought,
those.
machine he bought. And
I
all
got
he was
2 of
doing,
those.
he was doing it with his fucking cell phone.
Louis.
what is it?
Because both of the ones he sent me, neither one of them worked, and I had to program them myself. So what it was is he printed these little key ring size drones, like type drones, and they were for a key ring, but he was embedding RFID chips in them. And when you would scan it, you would put it up to somebody's phone, it would take you right to their YouTube channel. It was a cool idea, but he was charging like $20 or $30 for one. And he was claiming that he went out and bought this like $2,000 machine to program the chips and all this shit. But both the ones I got, I paid for them, and then he sent them to me, and neither one of them worked, and I had to program it with my phone. Took me
Oh,
took me 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, this is what they look like.
Yeah.
And like
And then he wasn't even refunding anybody. Like half the ones he sent out didn't work because he didn't know what he was doing. And he wasn't refunding anybody their money for them when they were fucked up.
so that shows his channel. Is that the whole point about that?
I don't think
Yeah,
I
like
don't
so
think
TJ would walk up to you and you'd be like, "What's your channel?" And you would touch that keychain with your phone and it would take you right to his YouTube channel on your phone.
Oh wow.
So it uses the RFID reader that you would use to do Apple Pay and all that. It uses that to scan it. So it scans it like a credit card.
This one I have a red one somewhere too, but neither one of them work.
Yeah, half the ones he sent out didn't work, and then when you would try to get a hold of him, he would just ghost you. And then he told me, he goes, I got a hold of him, and he answered me back, and he was like, "Oh, I'll send you a bunch of drone lights and stuff and everything that I have as compensation." Do you think I ever got those? No.
Yeah, I think Maddie had said something about him, like he was an asshole or like a scam artist or something.
Yeah, and then somebody bought a drone off of him. I can't remember who it was. Somebody bought an Air 2S off of him, and all the batteries were swollen.
Oh,
Oh,
He
wow.
didn't say anything to the person. He knew that they were swollen because he told me and Tim that because he was supposed to sell the drone to Tim, and he told Tim that I think if I remember correctly, he told Tim that a couple of the batteries were swollen, and Tim wasn't worried about the batteries. He was like, "I'll buy the drone off you." Well, he ghosted Tim when Tim had to buy it. He wouldn't get up with Tim, and then he turned around and sold it to somebody else, sent it to him, and then when they got it, they realized all no.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. And then he told me he was going to send me a bunch of RAM for some PCs. Like he was like, "Yeah, it's DDR4 RAM." He goes, "I got a bunch of it. I'll send you a bunch of sticks of it." He goes, "I'll give you enough to put 128 in your computer." I said, "Okay." Gave him my address. He sent me two 8 gig sticks that were DDR3. And I
Wow.
was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Did
"What
you
am I
not-
supposed to do with this?"
Did you not learn from your drone mistake?
No, that was before that.
No,
But
I'm
I'm
on
just-
about the little drone thing that he sent you that didn't work. Did you not learn from that? He weren't going to send you
No,
what
the
you wanted.
RAM thing was before the drone thing.
Oh.
But that was just something he offered to send me for free, so I wasn't bitching about it. It was just like he didn't send me what he said he was going to. And then when he did the drone thing, that's when I got frustrated with him. I stopped talking to him.
So you guys had to pay for that little thing?
Yeah, well,
No,
I mean,
Well, I didn't have to pay. He just sent them out. I didn't have to pay
Oh.
for mine.
no, he was charging a lot of people for him. I think it was 15 for one, or you could get like 2 for 20 or something. Like
How
that.
much RAM have you got now, Justin?
Do what?
How much RAM have you got in now?
I got 64 running at 3200.
Yeah. Do you want 28? 128?
No, why?
I was just going to see if we could get someone to do some live animal transporting and send you 128 RAMs.
I got
yeah.
I got a 5.7 outside.
Justin gets a knock on the
You
door
guys
and a big
are
massive
shut up,
parcel.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, after that happened with the drone thing, and then like a couple weeks later is when that happened with the Air 2S. I want to say it was Joe that bought it, if I remember correctly. I think it was Captain Joe that bought it from him.
That's crazy.
Can't remember though. But yeah,
You're
dude,
welcome, Jim.
After all that,
I'm trying
dude,
to
I
keep
was
up
just
on
like-
it as well as keeping these entertained.
Yeah, after that,
and
though,
deal
I
with these
stopped
noisy
talking to him.
fuckers behind me.
Yeah, after that happened, me and Tim stopped talking to him because he got real shady. He was the one that got into it with Dobo over something with the South Florida drone meet, like the second meetup or the third meetup.
Yeah, I think
Second or third one,
I think Robbie quit YouTube. I think or whatever. 'Cause I don't see any more of his videos or whatever.
Yeah, he used to do a show with Al.
Yeah.
From I think Al was from not Time to Fly Al, but the other Al.
Oh, Al Cercione.
I think that was his name. I can't remember.
Like all you guys know this guy personally
Here,
or
Dominic.
over the internet.
I haven't
Dominic,
seen
Here he is. I'm back. Sorry, I had to do a thing with.
G'day, mate.
Yep, Anzac
What is
Day.
it?
If anybody knows anything about the First World War, it's Anzac Day here today.
Oh, Anzac Day.
Yeah.
Our
Anzac-
big,
what is it?
yeah, our big war memorial thing this year, first one, is on the 8th of May and VE Day.
it's kind of
Yeah.
similar to our Veterans Day or Memorial Day, TJ.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So basically, what happened was in 1915, troops stormed the beaches of Gallipoli in Turkey, and this is a commemoration of that day.
It would have been there earlier, but Australia's a freaking long way to Turkey.
Exactly, yeah.
You can just imagine the Australians, can't you? You know,
Yeah.
getting into Europe. We're here, lads. War's over, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was World War One.
World War One, 1915.
Yeah.
And we basically have a dawn service at our Shrine of Remembrance. We have a dawn service, which was basically an hour ago. And then we have a parade, and then we have a football game.
Oh, you guys have parades all over Australia, though, right?
Yeah,
Now, when
yeah.
you
It's not
say
just one
football,
central.
when you say football,
All
you're talking
Australia.
Australian rule football or normal
Yeah.
football.
Is every day a parade in Australia?
It seems that way, yeah.
Oh.
You see, in the First World War, yeah, when the first Christmas arrived, yeah, the Germans and the British put their guns down and met in the middle of the field and had a game of football
Yeah,
and then shot each other.
yeah. That was December 1914, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This was 1915, and we played our football there.
So
The Changi Cup.
technically, then you would have been at the football game, you a lot, but it took you a long time to get there.
Yeah, that was 110 years ago.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean it's
Yep.
8 years for the end of the Second World War. Well, victory in Europe, not the end of the Second World War. That's on the 11th of the 11th, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Armistice Day.
Yeah. The
And at
11th
11
hour of the
o'clock-
11th day of the 11th
Yep.
month.
Yep. And at 11 o'clock today, we have 1 minute silence for all the fallen people.
Oh, ours is getting a bit
So it's 2
ridiculous
a.m.
now. We
2
have
a.m. for you.
yeah, we have 2 minute silence now. One for the people, one for the
Mm.
animals.
One for the
Oh.
animals, yes.
Guess what I did today, David? Sarah
Got dressed?
Sarah lost her earpod. So, or
Oh, yeah, I heard
AirPod.
about that.
So I
I
found
think
it.
I heard you talking about this.
Did
this
she
No.
pay the
morning.
$20?
Yeah, so I found it and I sent a picture of it in front of today's date, and I said you have to send $20 if you want it back. I said PayPal immediately, otherwise it goes in the toilet. And she sent me $20. She goes, "You bitch."
Well, that's funny. Where was your earpod? Where was your earpod?
It was in the bed.
Oh.
I found it when I got home for lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Where was the earpod? Justin's pocket. He took it. One way getting a lunch. He's doing it again tomorrow.
She
So he's
said-
taking
she-
both.
She sent me a message through PayPal and I said, "Here's your extortion money."
Oh God, could you imagine PayPal reading that? Hit Squad's going to be at your door tomorrow,
Oh,
busting
me
the
and-
door in.
Me and Sarah write stupid shit to each other all the time when we send money back through PayPal. I'll send her like $30 and I'll be like, "Thanks for the good time last night." She'll be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Don't give me no ideas.
Yeah, because you can write a little personal message in there, and PayPal doesn't like it. Doesn't you can write some really raunchy shit in there, and it doesn't say anything to you. It's not like, "Oh, you can't write this in here."
Yeah.
'Cause we wrote some really crazy shit back and forth to each other.
Yeah, because when I used to pay Laura's brother back, I used to put things on the bank thing, going, "That was some real good shit." Word of the day. I do not know where the
Not go
path
where
may
the
lead.
path leads, so go where there is no path, and make your own trail so others will follow you. I don't want others to follow me, Jim.
Now, when you say word of the day, you mean phrase of the day.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute, that's like a phrase. Well, that's
Amen.
not like a phrase. It is a phrase.
Word
gonna
of the
use-
day is indubitably.
Indubitably.
Oh God.
Indubitably. Indubitably.
Word of the day is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Indeed.
Indeed.
The word of the day is obrigada.
Obrigado.
Word of the day is pedantic. I find you
It
very
is a
shallow
good
pedantic.
phrase, that, Jim. I like it.
Word of the day is pedantic.
Do not go where the path may lead. Instead, go
Yeah, but what if a
where
lion's
there is
chasing
no
me? I want
path
TJ to
and
go
make
the
your
other way.
own path for others to follow.
Wait, what happened, Justin?
I said, what if the lion's chasing me? I want TJ to go the other way.
Here's
Oh,
some,
there you go, Donald. That'd be a good one.
here's some cash back. Your penis is a lot
This is a lot
smaller
smaller
than
than
regular.
Yes. So if anybody who uses PayPal, whenever you send or receive money, you can write little messages to each other.
Oh shit!
Just remember that.
You're gonna go mad. Such random
Why do
people.
you use PayPal to transfer money? Can't you just do it from bank account to bank account?
Yeah, but banks sometimes charge a fee to do it. PayPal doesn't charge anything.
It's free over here.
It depends
we-
on the bank.
Yeah, we
Fast-
pay here. We pay.
Yeah,
dollars.
fast bank transfer is pretty much done.
No, the way they do it here, like Sarah's bank, say I want to send her $100 to her account, I can either do a 1 to 3 day business that's free, and it will transfer in 1 to 3 business days, or I have to pay like $1.70 or something. It will be it's a little tiny amount. I mean, it's nothing that's going to break your bank, but
yeah,
they charge you
it's
for
it's daylight robbery because trust me, over here, if I wanted to send Laura £50, I just load up my bank, go click Laura's name, put £50, instant send, and it's in her bank instantly, free of charge. Done.
But you got to remember too, over here we actually get PayPal bank cards.
Wow.
So I can send Sarah $50 to her card, and she can just
Why-
go to the store and swipe it.
Why are you guys sending each other money? Don't you have the
Like
same
you
joint
guys,
account?
you guys are able to have PayPal credit cards, which we also have, but we also can request a PayPal bank card, and you can actually have a bank account through PayPal.
Yeah, but we don't need that. We got our own bank accounts.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Over here, it is legal requirement that a bank cannot refuse you services.
over here, banks talk to each other. So if you owe one bank money, most banks won't let you open an account with them. And then some banks have what they call second chance accounts. So like if you ran an account, say negative $500 at one bank, and you go to another bank, they'll either tell you no, or they'll put you on a second chance account, and then they limit, like it's like a half limit account,
You
right?
see, I don't do that sort of service. I don't go overdrawn, as they call it. Yeah, because to me, it's not my money. I've got to pay it back. So what's the point? I'll just live with what I
Right.
get.
But what I'm saying is, what it is they'll put you
Same
on
with
a-
credit cards. If I can't
they'll-
afford it, I ain't using a credit card. It's not my money.
but they'll put you on a second chance account, and then it will limit
Sure
you. Like
it
you
is.
can't overdraft. Your spending limit's a lot lower. But if you complete that over, like, say you have good standing with them for at least a year, then they'll move it over to just a full regular checking account.
Jim said you can all follow me except TJ. So TJ, stay off the path. Get off his
TJ's
lawn.
TJ's the bait for the wild animals.
TJ, can you
TJ,
run
go
fast?
poke that. TJ, go poke that big bear and see if it's alive.
Well, what you
the
do
what? The big what?
is when the
The big
animal comes
bear.
at you, you just tell TJ a dad joke and then start running. He'll be too busy standing there laughing. Good to go.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Can you imagine TJ inside a crocodile? That's funny. Crocodile. Fucking get him out quick. This guy don't shut up.
I just ate him and he's still laughing.
Yeah.
It might scare the bear off and be like, what's wrong with this human?
What's wrong with him?
Scare the bear off. That's funny.
It's all good, TJ. You've got to laugh.
I know.
Because if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
I was just about to say that.
Better laugh than cry. But my daddy and my mommy always told me if I cry, I'll pee less later.
If you cry, you what?
Pee less later.
PP less later.
Yeah, I spoke to my stepdad today, Justin, for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
I
your message,
saw your
your
message.
post
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Facebook.
I saw that.
It was
post,
it was
yeah.
actually quite a surprise actually that he rang me. But it was good to good to talk to him and know he's all right and
Yeah,
everything.
I
He
was
did a lot for my
confused.
mum.
I was confused by your post because I wasn't sure if you meant you were shocked by the phone call or he
Well,
got
yeah.
shocked and you were laughing about it.
I was both.
Wait, what? I missed the post that you put, David. What were you talking about?
I've not
Did you-
spoken to my stepdad for 2 years because my sister can cause shit from a million miles away.
Don't egg him on, Jim.
Right. So he's not spoken to me because of my sister for 2 years, and then he rang me out of the blue today.
Too busy catching flies right
Oh,
now.
nice.
And we was able to talk and put things behind us, and
Oh, that's good.
yeah, both realised my sister's a stupid cow.
Stupid cow.
I don't know if Paul's surprised or if he's getting ready to do work on the corner.
No, I know what Paul's doing. That mouth's getting ready for the Boston cream. Look, the smile's there. Boston cream time.
He was just staring at the TV with his mouth wide open. The days for like the last 5 minutes.
You don't know what channel he's watching.
Making news.
Yep.
Yeah, I made a comment on one of his video that he posted with the boat going by. I saw a helipad on there. And I said you should have landed on the helipad and then just took off again.
Yeah.
It was
TJ.
probably
TJ, you can show me how that works. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go and do it.
Wait, no.
The boat is
I
moving.
dare you.
We just need to. I just need to, bring it back a little bit. TJ, you commented on his video of a boat going by.
Yeah.
That's all his videos.
I know.
Yeah. Which video was it?
Paul, what boat did you film that had a helipad on the back? Was it a Coast Guard boat or something?
No, it was going by. As I saw it going by, there was a helipad on there. I was like, "Where's that helipad?"
Yeah, that's
on
why
there?
I'm asking Paul. Which
Some of the international ships have a helipad over on top.
Nice.
Okay, I've never noticed them on any other videos you showed. That's why I was asking. I wasn't sure if that was like a military ship. You definitely don't want to be landing a fucking Chinese drone on a U.S. military ship.
Yeah, do it. Go and do it,
It's gonna
TJ.
really piss them off,
And your drone on a US military ship.
especially right now. That would be really bad.
That'll go down well.
There was I think where were we? I think we were in Miami or someplace, and there was a building with a helipad on it, and I thought about landing on it, and then
Do it.
and then
Do it.
oh, it was. I think it was at the Hard Rock. There's a building next to like the Hard Rock with a helipad on there.
But
and I
the
thought
only
about
thing
landing.
is you have to treat a helipad almost similar to an airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really
You have to get the appropriate certifications and notifications.
because you might
and
land there and then
everything.
all of a sudden a helicopter come up over top of it.
They're like,
Fucking
oh,
you
shit,
gotta
I
take
got-
off.
you're gonna have
and
to get
you
your-
hit it.
You'd have to get a radio
Permission.
license,
get
aeronautical radio license.
You'd have to
I
get
don't
permission from traffic control.
I don't
I
think.
think-
Yeah,
I
you would
think
have
you're
to-
all
you
missing
have
the
to seek
point.
Air traffic control first and get
No.
all the proper. You need to get all the proper notifications
Mhm.
and probably have to sign waivers and get permits and
Well, the
get
thing is
public
I'm not.
liability insurance.
There is
Donald-
another genuine reason why TJ should not try to land his drone on a military ship's helipad. Because the Americans would probably try and shoot the fucking thing and sink themselves.
Well, Donald might know because he stays up pretty much on those rules. I don't think the helipads are exactly the same as the airport. I think you can
No,
fly
but
by them.
they do have. I'm only saying this from the Australian point of view.
Paul,
But
Yeah, I'm talking about
here,
from America. I don't
you
think
would
that
still
they're-
Paul,
have to
message
get
from Jim.
permits.
Could you please help him? TJ's not clapping and laughing.
You gotta form.
God damn it! Why'd you have to read that, David?
Because I promised at the start I would keep an eye on the
And I
chat.
told him not to egg him on. I already answered Jim like 5 minutes ago.
Well, in Jim's defense, he's not egging him on. It's me passing the message on, and Paul's egging him on.
Paul's egg. Wait.
You see this? I'm the captain now.
Yeah. I'm the captain now.
Hey.
Ed's just sitting there going, "You guys are all wacky."
It's
No,
snapped.
he's actually sat
I'm the
there
captain
thinking,
now.
"What's this all about?"
You see that
What's
box? I'm the
happening right
captain
now?
now, TJ.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
Chocolate.
It's like
Yeah.
two, it's
There you
two
go.
small birdies.
Jim's taking the blame.
All I gotta say is,
This-
Adam,
Here's a question: if Paul was to kick Justin off, would Paul actually leave at the same time?
no.
No.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
you're on Paul Murray's account.
Yeah, but I'm still technically a separate. No, I wouldn't kick him off because he's
Can
got.
we test? Yeah,
he
can we
left the
test
pan-
it, Paul?
He left the panel the other day and it didn't kick me off.
Yeah,
I
can we
have
test
done
it? Kick him off.
Kick you off.
I'm joking. Give him a
I
24-hour
also-
ban. See how it goes.
I also have to make an announcement. I've got Anzac biscuits.
Oh, cookies? Yum.
No, I've got
Yeah.
Biscoff sandwich.
You can Biscoff.
Yeah.
Biscoff
Yes,
biscuits.
correct.
Oh,
Mudball.
Sandwich
Oh,
you get
yeah.
with Biscoff flavored cream in the middle.
Yeah,
There you go.
okay.
Donald has answered the question.
Yeah.
A
go back to
helipad
the
is generally an untowered airport.
Well, 'cause
HLP. Yeah.
when
Dunked
I
in
used to
chocolate.
Because when I used to fly around here, they would come up on the map, but they weren't like blocked off. Like they didn't have the bow
Yeah.
ties through them like the airport. It would tell you to be careful around them though. It would say use extreme caution. Because I wasn't that far from the hospital and they have one.
Yeah, because there's a helipad near me, and I really feel like ringing them up and saying, "Can I, if I do all the appropriate paperwork, can I take off and make a video?" I'm gonna phone them one day and say, "I really want to take off."
Yeah, you might
I
want
wanna-
to use
I
your
wanna-
phone though, and
I
not your
wanna- I
fingers.
want to send my drone up and land on your helipad and then take off again.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
they'll tell you,
listen,
no
I've
problem, sir. You can do
I've got
whatever
all the
you want.
appropriate paperwork I need. I've got the public liability insurance. I've got everything. So
And
I'd
they'll
love
be-
to do that.
They'll be like this, Dominic. No problem, sir. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want. But after that, you're
That's
gonna
it.
go see 8 bars, please.
Yeah,
I
like
think have Liverpool won the league.
Why
Yeah.
did they play tonight?
Arsenal drew yesterday
Oh, yes, I think they did.
2-2.
Then yes, Liverpool are champions.
We needed one. The last time I checked, we needed 1 point.
You're 12 points in front and a game in hand.
Mm.
Yeah, Donald.
There's
if I
only
remember correctly, it
4 or
said
5
extreme
games
caution
left.
when you were around.
And we had 4
Ah.
games left.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
Arsenal,
that-
Arsenal
all
can
4.
get 12 points. So, yeah.
I'd have to lose all 4.
Yeah.
Plus,
No, you've got
no,
5.
Liverpool-
has to win all 4.
Liverpool
You've got
have to lose
5.
all 5.
Okay. We're because we were 1 point off.
Yeah.
Last night when I checked.
Are you guys talking football
Well-
with the feet or with the hands?
If Arsenal win their
English, we're talking
last 4
talking world
games and
football.
Liverpool lose all 5, they end on equal points.
Yeah.
But Liverpool's goal
would put them in
Liverpool's
front.
goal difference is 10
Yeah.
goals more.
So it's pretty
That's-
much home.
I can
Yeah.
confirm that Liverpool are champions.
Mm.
And I'll tell you why.
I've got the
I'll tell you
radio,
why.
so I can
There's
listen
12
to-
points,
Oh,
which
yeah, there's
can
that
be
right there.
achieved.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a 10 goal difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liverpool have got a higher goal scored, and then Liverpool have got a higher win ratio. So it's done. It's done and dusted.
Yeah, the 2 that were around
Mm.
my area, Donald, was a hospital, and then it was called Executive something or another.
City have
Right.
moved into 3rd,
I think it was Executive Helis or something like that. Was
but Forest
Come
and
up on the map.
Newcastle can both overtake them.
Yeah.
I never did
We've got
see that executive helipad that was labeled. But
Yeah, we've got
I never
we've got
looked for it.
the police building has a helipad on the top. The Royal Children's Hospital just around the corner has a helipad, and then there's the helipad in the middle of the city.
Yeah, I only had two near my area. Like I said, it was a hospital, and then there was one about a couple miles from the hospital.
Yeah,
that
you've got to
was
use the
labeled-
radio. You got to use the
was-
radio, Don. You got to
It
monitor
was
radio.
labeled executive something or
Got to
another.
be on multicom. I think multicom is 126.7 over here. So if it's
Yeah,
an
well,
untowed
helicopter-
airport, if it's an untowed
Helicopters,
airport, you just go by, unless they tell you the FIA, the standard multicom frequency is 126.7.
but helicopters don't use ADS though, do they?
Some of them do.
I don't think it's a
Depends on which
requirement
one
though.
it's not. No, it's not a requirement. But over here, sometimes they do. Over here, most of them do have the ADS-B on them because it just makes it a lot easier
Want
to.
to say, wasn't that the reason they said Kobe's helicopter crashed because they couldn't see the ground or anything? They didn't have any like
I
point of
believe that
reference.
was the case. Yeah.
I think that had a part in it. I remember. And I remember them
Other
saying
thing-
something about it wasn't required for all. It was
And I
kind
thought the
of
other thing that I found interesting is a lot of I've been noticing on flight radar that some of the hot air balloons have ADS-B on them.
I mean, you would think that would just be a requirement across the board for anything.
What I
in the
would have
fucking
thought.
air.
Yeah.
Especially hot air balloons. Because if you can't, I see them, and obviously they're in different airspace.
I mean, you would think people that were even parachuting would have to have something on saying that they're at least in the area.
It'd have to be
You
have
know?
to be a NOTAM on that one, obviously, because everybody would have to know not to fly in that area unless they did put a TFR around that area for the parachuters. Yeah, I would have thought so too, Jim.
I thought that was optional with the helicopters. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Remembering, I'm talking from my point of view. You're talking FAA, so it could get.
Where's Jason when you need him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got a designated place where they go skydiving though. Where
Yeah,
it's safe.
there are native areas, and I know that one because there's one. There's some parachuting near Geelong, which is an hour and a half away, and the hot air balloons, yeah, because it is controlled airspace, but the hot air balloons always take the same path. I've noticed.
How can they always take the same path if the wind's blowing in a different direction?
They just seem to be taking the same path, and obviously they go up at when the winds are only on a certain direction.
So, if I'm
Yeah, their helicopters are always in controlled airspace.
Your microphone went then, Justin.
I say if I'm reading this correctly, I guess they have to have it broadcasting out, but they don't have to be able to, like, they don't have to actually use it coming in. I don't know if I'm reading that right or not.
As I said, I can only talk about Australian airspace.
I don't know.
DJ,
I don't know,
can you
'cause-
translate that?
I don't know, because the rules are fucking stupid. Like, you can go, what is it, the paragliding or whatever,
Yeah, we've got
Paramotors.
parasailing and hang gliding.
and
And
you don't
the
have to have
thing is-
anything for that.
Yeah, and here's something silly. I don't know if it happens in the US as well, but you can paraglide and hang glide in a national park, but you can't fly a drone. I don't understand that.
Well, and the other thing too is like I think experimental aircraft don't have to have all the shit on it neither. I
No.
think they have exemptions, which is stupid
Yeah.
because that's like the one thing you think would have all the safety shit because it's experimental. You don't know what the fucking thing's gonna
Yeah.
do.
There's some really strange, hang gliding. And you don't need a license for a hang glider.
Well, it's like I said, the paramotors, those guys will be at like crazy heights
Yeah.
with no
And you're allowed
kind
to
of.
do a hang glider and a paraglider in a national park here. You're allowed to.
I don't think you'll need a license for a microlight either.
No, you don't.
Maybe it was a different system, Jim, because I know that they said that Kobe's helicopter didn't have a specific system in it, and that would have saved the helicopter from
Yeah.
crashing. Maybe it's something else I'm
Same
thinking of.
here,
Maybe.
Jim.
Oh, it's is it that what is it called? The terrain following shit. I can't
Well,
remember
even
the
the
name of it.
Mavic Pro had that.
Yeah, they have ADSB. I know the Mavic 3 does because I was up and there was a light plane near, but he was at 1500.
No,
And
the original,
SFC is 1500 here.
the original Mavic Pro had terrain following.
Yeah.
The ADS was on that
Yes.
as far back as the O2 had it.
Yeah.
Because they would always tell me that there was a fucking plane over me and it was like 30,000 feet.
Yes.
And I was
Yeah,
at like
I know.
300 feet. You look up, all of a sudden you see a little speck up in the sky with a chemtrail going behind it.
Yeah. But 1500 feet's the ceiling here.
But now with the Mavic 3 though, have they like updated where it actually gives you the height of the aircraft and everything?
No, it just says
See,
manned
that's-
aircraft in area.
See, that's I think is stupid. It should give you some kind of information of where it's
Yeah.
at.
But they're not
Like-
allowed to go they're not allowed to go under 1500 where I am.
Well, they're
that's
not
where the-
supposed to go under 400 here, but these little ass
Yeah.
fucking seaplanes that fly out of the lakes all the time, they're always at like 200 feet flying over houses. and
Oh,
shit.
definitely, but that's in that specific area. And we've got seaplanes in a specific area, and there's TFRs in that area too.
That's what I'm saying is like you think it would give you some information and say, hey, it's at like at least give you the height that it's at, so
Yeah.
you have some kind of
Because
idea.
even it shows me on the maps where they are, but it doesn't actually tell you the specific height, but the specific height is 500 feet. So I've got to be very careful when I'm going around that area. I've got to get the permission. I've got to unlock the permission and speak to
I'll
the
tell you
tower.
that day those FA-18s came over the park when I was flying, they didn't come up on my thing. I
Yeah.
didn't fucking hear them until they already passed me. And they were hauling ass. They were coming from an air show from in Lakeland. And they flew right over top of me. And they were probably, I mean, they were probably 5,000 feet. I mean, they were pretty high. But I didn't see them on the controller at all.
Yeah. Because I think there's going to be a flyover today as well because of Anzac Day.
Because they scared the shit out of me when they came over.
It kind of ruins the idea of surprise air attacks.
Yeah, inside
If-
of America.
Yeah,
Where
that's probably why they turned them off.
Yeah, they were heading to so they could do a carpet bombing in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've
I-
some of our police helicopters have it turned off.
Well, I know my
'Cause you
drone
can
was
hear it, but you can't see it on flight radar.
my drone wasn't that high off the ground. I think I was feet or something. It started like wigging out a little bit, so I just dropped it to the ground real quick.
Our police
Oh.
heli fitted with something it calls stealth mode,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what.
supposed to make the rotors quieter. But
Yeah,
it makes
because we've got the
more.
yeah, but you can hear it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They've got they might have stealth mode activated,
No, I
on the
mean,
AW1, the Leonardos, because
they
we've got the
so that it make,
AW139 Leonardos.
yeah, it's supposed to make less noise when they do it. It's supposed to have something on the rotors that changes the pitch,
Yeah,
but it sounds louder when they turn it on.
yeah, because as I said, we've got one of the, there's the was it
Yeah, I'm
POL
not sure, Jay,
35,
to
which
be
is
honest.
the AW139 Leonardo, and you hear it, but you have to go to Radar Box to see it because it's not on
Although,
Radar
you
24.
remember those ones that SEAL Team 6 flew into the Osama bin
Yeah.
Laden raid? They said
Yeah.
they were only like a mile from Pakistan's equivalent to our
Yeah,
what was it, to it was like their premier training facility for their officers and shit. And they said they didn't even hear those. And they had some kind of sound dampening type technology on the rotors. And they said those things were super quiet.
yeah. Yeah. Hey, Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, sometimes I don't remember, Randy, exactly the thing about it, but yeah, sometimes it could just be a flip of a switch and the plane crashes because they didn't do one stupid little thing.
And it called West Point.
West Point, yeah.
West Point, yeah.
It was like their version of West Point. Was only like a mile or two from the actual Osama bin Laden's compound, and apparently they didn't hear the helicopters at all. So I don't know. That's that had to have been some serious ass technology to dampen the sound that much. Because I mean, we all know helicopters. You'll hear them for a couple miles away, no problem.
I can hear a helicopter going overhead right now.
Don't worry, it's parrots.
Yeah, it's got to be police helicopter because it's a Leonardo AW139, so it's got to be police, especially the way it's
our sheriff's
looking at the flight plan, the way it's going around specific areas and then circling specific areas and then coming.
Oh, they're looking for the bad people.
Yeah.
Chasing a stolen car or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're looking for Dominic with his 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a description of him? Yeah, he's got 7-Eleven coffee. We know who he is.
TJ Hyde, they're coming for you, TJ Hyde.
Hyde. Oh my God.
Where's that one at? Let's see if I can find it.
I seen one 2 days ago with both propellants, man. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the one that our sheriff's department flies. It looks like an older one. I don't know if it's just new and just has that older look to it.
When you say both propellers, you mean front and back?
It's
a Chinook.
It's a what?
A Chinook.
Chinook.
Well, they got, I think,
yeah,
2 or 3 of these.
What's the name?
The Russian.
I know they got at least 2 of them. I think they have 3.
That's pretty wild looking.
But it just looks like an old design. Like it.
That helicopter looks like they put the tail on and then thought, "No, it doesn't fit there," and took it off and put it on the top of it.
That's the one. That's the ones used by most of the television crews here. I can't think of the name of it.
You know, the worst looking helicopters are those ones with the like electricity pylon stuck on the back end of it and then propellers on the end.
Yeah.
They just look so flimsy, like they're just about to fall apart.
I think most of our media use stuff like Bell Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of it? My brain is just.
Ours is pretty cool. Ours is all black.
How's it generally? Actually, we've got one that the police use, and it's gold.
I know
Yes,
that
I-
I've seen one of the state trooper ones here, and it was just one of those little bubble helicopters, little
Yeah.
fast ones, kind of like the ones the military uses, the little tiny bubble
Bell,
ones.
like a Bell Jet Ranger.
Yeah. The Coast Guard tends to use Sea Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're made for. They're made for rescues.
Yeah,
Sea
those
Kings.
things can go into some harsh ass weather. Those things are the type of helicopters that can fly in like hurricanes and crazy shit like that.
Mhm.
Those are some tough ass helicopters right there. All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Do you want
All right,
to
Jeff.
catch you later, Justin?
Okay, Joseph.
Yeah.
Take it on.
Robinson R50, R44. I have
Yes.
to look it up. They're the ones mainly used by television crews and cinematic people.
Mm.
Yeah, BFR.
It started at Sololis.com.
Yeah, yeah.
Get up, TJ.
Sorry.
What are you
sorry.
watching?
Well, I was watching, well, I wasn't really, I was watching, Ray Kelly's, live stream earlier, cause he
Yeah,
had,
that was
yeah, that was really interesting.
not at his normal time. But it was
Yeah,
good.
that's,
Yeah, because he had Mario Napa on.
normally comes on at like 7:30, 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah, yeah, he was on at like 4.
Yeah.
He's not usually
6
starting
a.m.
for
here.
another 50.
I woke up. I woke up probably a couple of minutes early and looked at my phone, looked at it, and thought, Ray's on. What?
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
fucking
unusual
slept in.
Oh, he's not due on for another 15 minutes.
He's been on.
Yeah,
He's
no.
already been on. I think he's on earlier. He went
Has-
on earlier because Mario Napa couldn't. I think
Is
it was timing issue. He couldn't get on at that time. The only time he could get on was 4 o'clock.
And I must be getting close to going home now.
Uh,
Damn it.
God darn it.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
God.
guys, what do you think?
If you want,
Yeah, I think we're going to call it.
What's on the remainder of your schedule this evening, Paul?
A nap.
A nap. There you go.
Boston creams, a nap, and then another Boston cream, a Pepsi, and then another nap.
Yeah, there you
David,
go.
hey,
I might
thanks for
see if I
being
can
here,
find
David.
Boston cream somewhere.
Dominic,
Catch you
thank
later.
you.
Then a
Mark,
break.
No worries.
Ed, we'll see you in the morning, guys.
See y'all
Yep,
in the
see you in the
morning.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
all.